right, peoples. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Convicted to Grow podcast. I'm your girl, Coach Tressa, motivational speaker, confidence and business coach. And listen, y'all know this is the show where we talk about confidence, resilience, growth, entrepreneurship, just really truly striving to be a better version of yourself until you become the best version of yourself. And so, before we get started, listen, if you're on the audio side, please hop over to the YouTube channel. We're striving for 10K. And so please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you are on the YouTube side, please make sure you go over there and download on your audio side, whether it's Prime Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. So yeah. And just know that your likes, your comments, your shares are priceless to me. So I thank you for supporting me. I thank you for supporting this channel. Now, y'all, happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Oh, Lord. I'm looking at the forehead is shining right now, y'all. I'm trying out some different lights and yeah, I feel naked without my these headphones. Shout out to Shure. As you can see, I match it. A little naked without them, but I'm gonna see how I can wing this without it. Without it. For one, I got my hair up, and so with this clip, it kept getting in the way. So we're gonna see. We see how long we go without this. But how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Like y'all, we made it. Second quarter, new month, y'all, new season. Happy spring, happy April, happy second quarter. How are you feeling? If you had to rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 for your first quarter, just execution, what would you give yourself? Did you get your milestones, accomplishments, anything like that? What would you rate yourself? Y'all, like, listen, first of all, I had a couple people hit me up like, where your episode? I apologize. I did not release an episode last week. Y'all, I was actually at a speaking engagement. That is no fault, no excuses, because here's the thing. I could have recorded a couple days beforehand, but for whatever reason, I've been recording on the day of, it's like kind of like live time. And I'm understanding that as I go into the second quarter and I'm starting to get booked for certain things, like Tressa, you got to plan better. Like you need to make sure you have 2, 3 in a cut and just have them already scheduled. So that way you're not feeling all rushed and things like that. So that was my fault last week, y'all, that I did not get to drop an episode last week. But hopefully, for those who are just joining the channel, you went back and caught up on some old episodes because we talk about growth, imposter syndrome, discipline, a little bit of everything. And I'm so excited because, God is just doing some new things in this season. And, I'll give you more information later, but just know he's doing some new things. And I'm just grateful. I'm happy that all the opportunities that I am walking into, all it's doing is positioning me as a better speaker, coach, overall leader. And so, yay. But anyway, I apologize for that and I'll do better. I'm going to do better because I was like, dang, like y'all don't even realize when I missed last week, not that some of y'all cared that hell, most of y'all probably didn't even notice, except with a few, that I didn't drop last week. But for me, I care because I'm on this routine. I'm consistent with the routine, and I gotta treat this thing like, hey, Tressa, you said you were gonna do something, then do it. So yeah, but I apologize for that. But anyway, we're gonna make this one short today because I know start next week or maybe the week after, maybe after Easter, we're gonna go into it. I'm gonna start doing kind of series where there's a topic we discuss and it may be 3 or 4 series in regards to that. So I definitely want to talk about more of confidence because one of the things that I'm noticing, especially with entrepreneurs, I mean, you don't even have to be an entrepreneur, but a lot of people struggle with being their authentic self and really truly showing up for themselves with confidence. And took for whatever reason in their past that they lost that thing. And so we're going to have to rebuild that thing back up. So stay tuned for that. I am recording a guest next week. hope for crossing fingers all goes well with that. And if that is the case, next week, next Friday, you may get a episode with a guest. So we're gonna see how that go. And then but you're gonna continue to get me. So don't y'all leave me. So anyway, so yeah, so y'all, your girl been busy. Like it's been a lot. Like I would say if I had to rank my first quarter, and I'm hard on myself. At first I was like, I would give myself a B, meaning that I be thinking like, trust, you could do more, you could do more. And here's the thing. We tend to be so hard on ourselves that we forget the small things. And so I started writing down like all my accomplishments and my milestones that I achieved for first quarter. And I'm like, girl, what are you doing? You're doing great. Like you're doing great, Trust. Don't wait for what is it that you feel like you could be doing so much more? Because at the end of the day, you ain't got but so much time in a day, right? But y'all, probably I'm proud to say that first quarter I had six speaking engagements, y'all, paid speaking engagements. So oh my gosh, so amazing. Man, listen, doing I had repeat clients, I done one virtual, done I had new clients. We had who do we have? I did a high school, I did Parks and Rec for the city of Alexandria, and I've done some HR conferences. And I'm just like, wow, God, you are really showing up and showing out in this season. I lost 16 and a half pounds. Listen, y'all better celebrate yourself, and I'm gonna do just that. And so, yes, your girl lost 16 and a half pounds. Now, granted fact, y'all know when you lose weight, first 10 pounds of that, 12 pounds is probably water weight. So you probably can't tell a difference. You probably can't even tell a difference now, even in this recording, unless it's like on my face, my face slimming down. But yeah, your girl have lost weight. And I'm still losing. Like once I get to a certain amount, like my goal for second quarter is to try to hit another 15 pounds. And then third, like I have a number. My total weight loss I want to hit is 50-pound loss. And so I'm down 16. I got 34 more to go. And here's the thing. I'm doing it the right way, in my way, if that makes sense. Like I'm not taking anything, no pills, no shots. Like honestly, intermittent fasting, y'all. Intermittent fasting is helping me right now. It's changing my life. Like for real, I got a better relationship with food. I'm only eating from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Yes, I've maybe 2 times or 3 times out of this quarter, I've only ate after 8 o'clock, only because I was out. But even when I did eat after 8, it was literally just like something small, like a protein, like a boneless chicken or whatever. So I haven't had no wine, but no sweets. And whatever sweets I did get was natural from apples. And oh my gosh, I love me an apple. Like I literally eat an apple a day, strawberries and things like that. So I know I'll talk about that on another video. I'm going to do something separate because I've had people ask me that, but I ain't getting too in myself yet because I got more to go. And like I said, this was just a jump start. And it's crazy because when I look back at some of my previous podcast episodes, I'm like, wow, God, I sometimes I'm talking to myself. Literally, I am, but you on the other end, y'all, really talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself because that whole it started with my mindset, that whole discipline mindset saying, Tressa, enough is enough. You can go out here and get booked and paid and busy, but your health is your wealth. Your health is your wealth. And so you got to make sure you make the necessary steps to making sure you're living a healthier lifestyle. I'm not saying I'm cutting everything off, but it's the small steps, right? That builds the momentum, that builds the confidence. And just to see myself, I posted up of what I looked like in January compared to March. And I'm like, okay, okay. I know you wanted to lose this amount in the first quarter, but 16.5 pounds is a lot. That's a lot. That's like you're averaging 2 pounds per week. So again, y'all, stay tuned as I continue to rock this. I don't even want to say weight loss journey, healthier journey. I do have a goal. I have a mission. Sidebar, I went to the doctor Monday to get my my annual physical, get everything done like I need to. And everything was, and you get your results back. Everything was looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good till I scrolled all the way to the bottom. My cholesterol is still high. Y'all, my cholesterol is still high, but it has went down 20 points. It has went down, but it's still like, how you get your lab work and depending on how you look at the chart, like everything's like green, 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 like thumbs up, you good in all these areas. We got to that cholesterol, baby. It was in the red, and it's supposed to be right in here. It was oh my god, past that. And so, I keep thinking about how he has in my chart. At this age, at this weight, at this height, and my ethnicity, right? African American, high risk of heart disease. And I'm like, man, and I know my late partner had passed away from an unexpected heart attack. So I take that in consideration too, but I'm also taking in what that doctor put on the paper, high risk. And I'm like, no, 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 no. But he told me, he said, Tressa, I don't want to put you on medication. I really believe you got the discipline to really truly drop this weight. And I do believe that if you drop the weight, and your cholesterol is going to come down. He said, I really believe that. And we've been tackling high cholesterol for the last 3 years. But it did go down 20 points since the last time I got checked. I got to go back in September, y'all. So I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. And here's the thing, I share it because I want y'all to know that health is well. Like, if you ain't got a physical done in a minute, go get your physical done. Literally, go get your physical done. Like, I used to go around my birthday, but I decided to move it up earlier. And I went and got my physical done. I even went and got my vision exam. Like, we have vision insurance and half of us don't even use it. But I went and got my vision exam. Come find out, I got 20/30 vision. 20/30 vision. I'm like, what happened to my 20/20 vision? He said age. So I gotta get driving glasses, reading glasses. And in fact, they came in the other day and I put them on. I was like, oh, I should be having them on now, but I'm not looking at any words, so I'm good. But yeah, y'all. So please make sure you're getting your physicals, your things, and if you're a woman, especially if you're a woman over 40, make sure you also getting your mammograms. I gotta go get that done as well. And even at a certain age too, they say now, I think 45 and up, they recommend a colonoscopy. Like, all these measures to do, it's like sometimes we'll wait till it's too late or something has already transpired. So the reason for these annual exams is for just to make sure you good. Like, for real, you want to get your blood work done. And so I'm glad that, for my age, that everything looked good, but that cholesterol right now, like, that's gonna be very important to me. Like, no fried foods, trusted, no wings, no fried fish. And every now and then I want that taste, y'all. But right now, I just gotta be more obedient and I gotta be disciplined because when I go back in September for my 6 month lab work, right? I want to be under 200 because technically it's supposed to be under 200. And mine right now, it went from 286 to 266. So y'all go look that up. Like, that's high. That is freaking high. And I know people got cholesterol higher than that. But for me, at my age, and I'm only 5'1", and even at my weight, like, I'm not the world's worst. But in the same token, I want to live a healthier lifestyle. I want to live longer. I want to make sure I'm good. And if I can help that, right, by controlling what I put in my mouth, by controlling just me being more active and disciplined, and really truly making sure that my mental, my emotional, my physical, definitely my spiritual health is on point. So yeah. So anyway, y'all make sure y'all get that. That was a public service announcement to make sure you get your annual exams done. But yeah, y'all, like, this first quarter for me was really truly a stepping stone to 2025. I started the community, the Convicted to Grow Circle community. Shout out to the amazing members over there that are part of that. As we are growing that community, right? I'm glad it's starting at a pace where it needs to go right now in this season for me because I am speaking, I am coaching, facilitating, and I said, I got a life. I got a life. And one of the things I said to myself for this year, I want to do more things outside of work because I do work. I do work all the freaking time. And I think work for me was a coping mechanism before, where if I had a lot of things going on in my life, if I was dealing with grief, if I was dealing with anxiety, work would be my place where it would help me numb anything that I was dealing with. Right. But if I'm working, I don't have time to think about anything else. But I've made it my point to really truly just, because I have really truly rebuild, rediscover who I am, is like have fun, like live, laugh, love. Love, laugh, live. Whatever order it is, do all three. Live on purpose. Live with gratitude. Live with great intentions. Live with confidence and clarity, right? Love. Love yourself. Love yourself to know who you are, what you're about, your worth, your value, right? Like, yeah, love. Love others. Like they said, love is the greatest commandment of all, right? I don't gotta like you, but I love you. Like I love people. I love to see people winning. I love to see people growing and striving and thriving. And I love hard. So even love and laugh. They say laughter is good for the soul. Listen, if someone can put a smile on your face and make you laugh, man, cherish that moment. There are people right now that can't remember the last time they laughed. They can't remember the last time they smiled for whatever reason they're going through, whether it's depression, isolation, just going through life in a dark place. They lost their laugh. So if you can make someone laugh and put a smile on their face, thank you. You're doing a good job. So yeah, live, laugh, and love. I know some people right now are going through financial strain and they're going through mental, just that mental health not being on point because they're living in fear and they're afraid and they're like, man, when is the next paycheck coming, or when would I get a job, or will I lose my job? And so I just wanted to say that if you are listening to this podcast episode, just keep hanging on in there. Hang on in there. Stay prayed up. Keep your faith. If you're a believer, keep your faith. As we go into the second quarter, make sure you writing down the goals, manifest what you want. Listen, I'm a true believer of manifestation. I manifest what I want down to certain things. I like this year I said I expect, right? This is what I expect. I manifest. I said I want 25 and 25. I want 25 speaking engagements in 2025. All right, 6 was in first quarter. I got 5 slided for April and 1 already slided for May. So that's 6 more. And a possible one for, I said I want a certain amount of clients. Manifest certain amount. I even manifest love, y'all. Yes. I'm like, yes, your girl is at a place in her life now. Like, I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. And hey, listen. But I even manifest good relationships and good friendships, authentic friendships. I manifest, I want, like, just me really truly operating in my gifts and my purpose, because I am here, not just by mistake. I'm here on purpose to impact, to motivate, to encourage, to empower, to elevate others in their gifts. So they too can see that the value they bring too can make an impact to someone else. And so yeah, so I'm excited for second quarter. I'm excited for what God is doing in this season. And I what I wanted to leave you guys with this, and I know I done went on a whole first 15 minutes of me just kind of giving you guys a recap, but I feel like as this show, convicted to grow, convicted to grow. Like last night I had to think about that thing. Wow. God, this is a powerful movement. This is a powerful name, convicted to grow. Like y'all, this is more than a brand for me. This is a lifestyle. This is a movement. And I had somebody tell me last night, they were like, I was on a community call, and he said, Tressa, because we were talking about the book. And shout out to Nikki Saunders and the Lions Behavior over there. I'm actually a part of that community, for one, because it is good for me for accountability. And even a coach need a coach, right? So shout out to that community over there. We were talking about, like, I told them about my book, and I said, y'all, the first draft is officially done. Because I was in this challenge last month to get all the chapters done. I did that. And I submitted over to my editor. And the editor was looking at some of the chapters and like, ooh, can you give me more? Can you give me more? I think this is give me more. Like, give you what more? And here's the thing. I don't rush you. Here's the thing. You can't rush excellence. You can't rush greatness. And what I was saying, like, I was like, man, I have a date for this book. I have put it out there in the universe, this date for this book. But here's the thing. It started making sense to me last night when, and just in my moment of prayer and meditation, I was given a word back in November, October timeframe: prepare and radical. Matter of fact, if you go back to that episode with me and Coach Rowe, I forgot what number it was. I talked about how in prayer, prepare and radical kept coming up. And what I realized, the radical of me being in this season of a shift, because I am in a season of a shift. And this shift is greater than what I can even think, ask, or imagine. But what I got a glimpse of was that this book, like, here's the thing, y'all. The book has been completed. The book got rewritten. I think it's the word rewritten, because when I first started this book 18 months ago, I wrote the book in a different place. I wrote that book when I was still dealing with, that grief. And I'm not saying grief just goes away completely. It comes and goes in different areas and different moments of your life. So I don't want you to think that, oh my gosh, I'm done with grief. It's just everybody deals with it differently. But when I first started that book, I was given more me in terms of the story, my story, and just everything that I had went through going up until this point. It was a little heavy because it was more about the grief state and what I was dealing with, just with having to shift and pivot, start over when I lost my partner. And so when I looked at that, God was saying, start over, like, start over. This ain't it. And honestly, I'm just like, man, like, I ain't even got it out yet. Why I got to start over? Why am I telling you this? It's because in order for you to move with greatness and excellence, right? It does take timing, but you also want to make sure mentally and emotionally you are present in your project. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's you launching a podcast, you're writing a book, you're starting a business. I don't care what it is. You have to be present. I've seen people, witness people that all over the place and just trying to throw something out because they see everybody else doing. Oh my God, you got a podcast? Let me launch mine too. Oh my gosh, you doing a workshop? Let me launch mine too. Oh my gosh, you doing this? You do. People just want to just throw stuff out there. And when you throw stuff out there and you don't get the result you need, you're going to be disappointed very quickly and you're going to give up. That's why a lot of people, when they start these podcasts, they say, listen, some people don't get past first 6, 7, 8 episodes because one, they don't see the traction that they need from it. So therefore they give up on it. They like, man, forget this. Ain't nobody looking at it. Ain't nobody watching it. You got to move with greatness and excellence. And so even for me with this podcast, I had a mission. I was like, no, I want to listen. I don't want to do seasons just yet. Let me see if I can make this thing to 100 episodes before I take a break, because I had something to prove to myself. And not only that, this was a part of my brand, Convicted to Grow. And here's the thing, your first 10, 15 episodes, yes. Was it? It's like, man, no one's watching, no one's listening, but at the end of the day, I had brought guests on, which made it much easier for me to really propel to even get to hear of solo stuff. So going back to the book, the radical move was that, okay, start over, rewrite this book over, because you are a coach, you're a speaker, you are the product of the product. You are a brand, Tressa. Your goal is to really, truly help others become the best version of themselves and really truly tap into their purpose and tap into their gifts with confidence and strategy, right? So start over. I had to start over. So the month of March, even though it looked like from the social media world, oh my God, Trust is doing this and Trust is doing this and Trust is doing this, behind the scenes, your girl was somewhat a little bit stressed and overwhelmed. One, I was already part of a challenge to get the book done. Just the first draft, y'all, not released, but the first draft done. So when I tell you, it's like taking a blank canvas and starting all over again. So the book, as of right now, y'all, is going to be titled Convicted to Grow. And the subtitle is The Mindset Shift to Rebuild and Elevate. What's crazy is I still be like, because I want everything done a certain way. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this the right subtitle? Is this the right subtitle? What's crazy this morning when I was listening to a message, somebody was talking and they were talking and I heard them talk about rebuild and elevate. And I'm like, okay. And I heard mindset shift. The words that's in my subtitle was coming up in messages this morning. I'm like, all right, God, I hear you loud and clear. I hear you. So I say that to say that, this second quarter, it's game on. It's game on. I'm up for the challenge. I am up for the challenge because sometimes we play it small, sometimes we play it safe, right? But when are we gonna play it strategic? When are we gonna be strategic in it? So I was like, okay, Tressa, you got this. It's time to get radical with it. And when the guy told me last night on our community call, he said, Tressa, your book, don't overthink it. He said, don't overthink it. The reason why you had to start over because that wasn't the version of you right now. Your book is going to help so many people, but guess what, Trust? That book is going to help you. I said, ooh, would I have to think about that thing? I said, yes, because the podcast has helped me. Like this podcast, y'all, believe it or not, it has helped me more than it probably has helped you. I needed this. I needed the dedication and the commitment. Like this podcast is teaching me consistency. This podcast is teaching me dedication, dedicating the time to put forth the effort in this. This podcast is teaching me to just even with my reps as a speaker, because I'm speaking out loud to you guys. Now, granted, the fact sometimes I may say something that's not grammatically correct, or you hear the little country accent come out of me to say, hey, y'all, right? But it is teaching me to put the reps in. I'm in love with my process. I'm in love with my reps. Because the more and more I fall in love with this process, baby, when the promise comes, baby, we on the honeymoon now. I'm in love with the process of building this brand in the making. Some of you guys don't understand. You wasn't here when I started my first business, the staffing company. I just started that was easy, right? Because that was just in my lane. But starting this coaching and speaking, Convicted to Grow, in the midst of grief and depression, just starting it and letting it get out there to the world like, hey, I ain't no expert in this and I'm not no SME. So I'm going to grow as I go. That's what I would say to y'all. Y'all remember that. So I want to encourage you that when you are in this season of even rebuilding, it's going to start with the mindset shift first. So, with that being said, I ain't gonna look like the pastor say. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I'm gonna leave you with 6 things. 6 things, real quick. Get your notebook, and write this down. 6 things. So get y'all's notebook ready. We're gonna do 6 things. 6 things. So for second quarter. Now this can apply for your life in general for the rest of the year. But second quarter, I want you to hone in, take notes. You got your pencil ready? Okay. All right. Number 1, focus. I need you to focus on your goals and your vision. The reason why you wrote that vision down at the beginning of the year, because you truly believe that that vision can come to pass. If you have not had a chance to write that down, I need you to do it now. I need you to write down for the remainder of this year, what is it that you see for yourself for 2025? What is it that you want to accomplish for this year? Like y'all, I'm a strong believer of this. I'm a strong believer of writing a vision, making it plain. I'm a strong believer of speaking affirmations. I'm a strong believer of manifesting and speaking it as though they were, right? Speaking it into existence, might as well say that. I am a believer of that. So, with that being said, focus. Focus on the goal. Take whatever you want to accomplish for the remainder of this year, break that down by quarter. What is it that you want to accomplish in second quarter? Write it down. Is there a certain amount of weight you want to lose? Is there a certain amount of money you want to make? Is there something that you want to launch? Is it a project, a book, a business, a podcast, whatever it is, your YouTube channel, your clothing line? Maybe it's something more personal development. Maybe for this quarter, you want to be more of a managing your time better because your time ain't on your side. So you want to make sure that you're prioritizing tasks and organizing more. Maybe it's your communication skills. You're like, you know what? I really do want to do YouTube, but I stutter a lot and I get tangled up on my words when I speak. So I need to be taking these exercises on how to be a great communicator. Whatever it is, write it down. Write down what you want to accomplish the rest of the year. Write down what you want to accomplish for this quarter. So focus. Stay focused on the focus. The focus is you. Next one, accept. Accept change to grow. Yeah, I said it. Accept change to grow. You can't expect results if there's no change. A lot of times we want different results, but we ain't changing what we're doing to get different results. I knew I had to change up the way I was looking at, even from a healthier standpoint, was I had to change some things up because doing the way I was doing it wasn't working. So let me change some things up to get a different result. So accepting change to grow. Next one, make, ready for this? Smart, strategic, and sometimes silent moves. Let me say that again in case you don't want to hit pause. Make smart, strategic, and sometimes silent moves. Your next move got to be one of your best moves. Sometimes the decisions that we make will affect us forever. That's why it's going to be so important. You don't just move with emotion. You move with strategy. I don't care if you're trying to shift and pivot, go into a different direction in your career, get another job, start a business, whatever that looks like. You want to make sure it's smart, strategic, and sometimes silent. Why I say sometimes silent? Because everybody don't need to know your next move. Sometimes you just need to keep that thing to yourself. Everybody don't need to know your next move because there are people out here that will hear what you have to say, and depending on who they are, sometimes they can discourage you from even going after and doing the daggone thing. They're going to give you all the things why it shouldn't work, why it won't work, and therefore you don't work it. No, you need to get around. If you're going to tell somebody, get into like a community of people that you know that's going to help level you up, cheer you on, support you. So everybody, listen, y'all don't even know half of the stuff I got going on over here. I put out what I want to put out, but for the most part, there are certain things that only me and God know. Only me and God know. There may be one or two people, right, that I feel maybe I could trust with, that I can give some inside information. But for the most part, I'm not just telling everybody about what I got going on, especially if it haven't been executed yet. The reason why I put the stuff out there about the book, because that's holding me accountable. Because I want y'all, baby, I want y'all to hold me accountable and be like, Tressa, I thought you said you was going to release that book. You're right. You're right. Because sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need that. And I don't have a problem with saying that. I've learned in the past that if I don't put a date on it to say I'm going to birth it, right? Or if I don't put it out in the atmosphere to the world or whatever, it's easy to just like slide under the rug and be like, well, if they ain't gonna remember. No, it's like my weight loss journey. I put that out there for one, to encourage somebody. If I can do it, you can do it. But for two, for accountability for myself, because now I've already said I'm gonna check in with y'all for second quarter. I'm putting that on myself as accountability. The next one, continue to operate in your gifts. You all are gifted and talented. I don't care if you got 30 gifts, 25 gifts, 5 gifts, or even that one great gift. Whatever your gift is, it's going to make room for you. So operate in it. We all got gifts. And sometimes, even if you have multiple gifts, it doesn't mean that all gifts get activated in the season that you're in. Sometimes in this season, you only utilizing these 2 gifts. Maybe the next season, another gift, whatever it is. Don't forget your gifts. You are gifted on purpose. So use it for a purpose. The next one, that's number 5. Understand who you are in your purpose. Understand that you are worthy and you are valuable. Your self-worth is before any title, any relationship, any degree. You are worthy. Who are you? Go into the mirror and have a talk with yourself and say, who am I? Matter of fact, speak life back into yourself. Hey, girl, how you doing today? Come on, girl. Listen, I know you've been a little, you've been a little stressed out, but today I need you to pick it up because here's the thing, somebody didn't make it today. So today we going to speak life to ourselves and we're going to be great and we're going to be happy and we're going to walk in a season with favor because favor is upon us, on us, through us, and to us. Favor is upon us. Last but not certainly not least, continue to strive. Continue to strive to be a better version of yourself until you become the best version. And then here's the thing. When are you gonna know you at your best? That's a good question. That's another podcast. When do you know you at your best version? I say, well, as long as you strive and be better and better and better, it's always gonna be best. Because you're not gonna be the same person you were last week, last year, last month, hell, yesterday. Growth is a daily theme. It's daily growth, daily steps, daily devotional, right? You are amazing. You are naturally dynamic. You got what it takes to win. And I want, like I said, I didn't really have a specific topic today for the podcast, but this was more of like, hey, this is second quarter new beginnings. This is new beginnings, y'all. New beginnings. Maybe you said, dang, I didn't even get to do half of the things I wanted to do for first quarter. Hey, we ain't gonna cry over spoiled milk, spilled milk, excuse me. Is it spilled milk or spoiled milk? See, I don't even know. But we ain't gonna dwell on what we didn't get accomplished. We can't dwell on, and I think a lot of times, sometimes we'll be so focused on what didn't work that we're not focused on what needs to work. So I want to encourage you to keep pushing, to keep striving. May the second quarter be your new beginning. May this second quarter you flourish. You flourish in the person, the man, the woman you've been called to be. May you find greatness. May you find love. May you find peace. May you find joy. May you find self control. May you find more financial opportunities, career opportunities, business opportunities. May you find those things that your heart so desire. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve to win. You deserve to grow. You deserve to be yourself. Be yourself. Be your authentic, true self. You are different. Don't let your different hinder you from stepping out to your true potential. Your different, guess what? We need different right now because everybody want to be like everybody, right? I always say if you're going to copycat, copy the right cat. But if you're going to copy a cat somebody, you add your flair to it. You add your spin to it. And so listen, if you guys want to be a part of the community, you're more than welcome to join the community at ctgcommunity.com. You can come in and try for 14 days. I promise you, we are growing, we are thriving, we're striving. But here's the thing, you get to be a part of a community where one, it's a safe space. It's a safe space where, every week, we're doing strategy sessions. I'm giving out confidence tips, building tips, how to really truly be more confident to show up and show out and shine. Show up. What I say? Show up, show out and shine. Oh, I'm gonna have to do something on that. I swear God be giving me these little nuggets. Thank you, Jesus. But anyway, so if you want to be a part of this community, please go to ctgcommunity.com. It is a private paid community, but here's the thing, you would not be disappointed. You would not be disappointed. You get to come in there and network. I mean, we got people from all over in there. So I'm so excited because it's growing organically. I've already said, God, bring the people that need to be in there. That's it. Bring the people that need to be in there. You get to pick my brain. I'm helping people with strategy as their business. I'm helping them be more confident in front of the camera with content, showing them how I'm doing it with getting clients and getting speaking engagements. Like, you get a chance to get access to me. So yes. So join ctgcommunity.com. If you are looking for coaching services, whether it's confidence or business strategy, send me an email at info@trustamans.com and let me know your needs. I've enjoyed today. Because I feel like I'm back in the swing of things. But anyway, life is a journey. Life is priceless, and to some, life is short. But while you here on God's green earth, you maximize. Maximize the time you here because we can't get back time, boo. We can't get back the time. While you here, you maximize, you step into your true potential because you are destined for greatness. You got what it takes to win. You are naturally dynamic. You are beautiful. You are bold. You are confident, right? You got the power to supersede everything that your heart imagined. But you got to believe in that thing. You really got to believe that if you connect with your inner self and really truly believe in yourself, have love for yourself, and again, believe in yourself that you got what it takes to really go to this next level and really win. I promise you, the the stars are going to align. They really are. So, with that being said, y'all, listen, thank y'all once again. I'm going to see y'all next week. If there's a particular topic or anything that you would like for me to cover or talk about, please make sure you drop it in the comments. But even in general, y'all, just tell me. Like, I know you guys tell me on the back end, like, hey, Tressa, thank you, thank you, thank you. But let me know in the comments. Please just give me a thumbs up. Definitely give me thumbs up. But just tell me in the comments, how the podcast, this journey has helped you along the way. And what would you like to see going forward? And so, yeah, until then, see y'all later. Mwah.